Hey guys, I'm here. Sorry, a little late. Setting up a new microphone, see how that works today. Let me know how it sounds. Hopefully, it sounds okay, but let me know how it sounds. If I need to tweak it or something. Sounds good? Okay, good. Hopefully, it's a lot clearer. This is a microphone I use when I do voiceovers for the TV show. Sounds good. Okay, good. Okay. Kevin says it sounds good. All right, so let's see what fish count is. There's a lot of fish being caught right now. So Point Loma fishermen's had 130 yellowtail, 9 bluefin. Point Loma had 76 yellowtails and 60 bluefin. H&M had only 11 yellowtail and 2 bluefin. And what else? Dana Point, just rockfish and sculpin. Oceanside, Sea Center, sculpin, rockfish, lingcod. Newport had 10 yellowtail. I think those came from Clemente. Long Beach had 100 sculpin, 70 rockfish. 4 yellowtail for 22nd Street. I don't know where those came from. Okay, Barra says going halibut fishing on Saturday. Just got a new rod and reel. What kind of line do you recommend? There's lots of different brands of line. I use Izers a lot, but there's lots of different brands. Ooh, Derek says Coral Sea had limits white sea bass. Let me see. Let me get to sea landing. They had 36 white sea bass. That's awesome. And they had 4 barracuda. Channel Islands didn't have any white sea bass, just 1 halibut. Okay. What else? James, thank you. Congratulating me for the 35 years. Hey, Jeff, how you doing? Hey, Daniel. Alex, Oz, hello. So the new mic is sounding better. That's good. This one's more pricey. This is what I use for the voiceovers. I do commercials and stuff. Thank you, Bruce, for the congratulations. Okay, so Kevin says that those yellowtail came from an overnight trip on the Migo. Robbie says you can't stop getting seasick. Yeah. We had the trip on Sunday and we had a lot of seasick people. It was really rough. So Jeff says he just got in an hour ago. They caught 4 bluefin, 30 to 62 pounds, and a 19-pound yellowtail. That's cool. Hello, Nate. Hi, Terry. James wants to know, how did Morro Bay do? Morro Bay had 164 rockfish, were 131 red snapper, 20 picacho, and 1 lingcod for 30 people. That's probably limits rockfish. What else is on here? Matthew, why did yellowtail like Channel Islands much more than? Well, they like where the bait is. They like the structure. I mean, there aren't a lot of yellowtail right now at the Channel Islands. The yellowtail being caught are being caught at the Coronados. They're being caught on kelp patties offshore. But I haven't heard of any yellowtail being caught at Channel Islands right now. And where the Coral Sea got their white sea bass, I don't know if they were at the island or they were just fishing along the beach. So I haven't heard. But hopefully Matthew will be here and he can give us the inside scoop. My bar will for San Francisco Bay with 25-pound mono work. Yeah, that's what I use. I use 50-pound Spectra with 25-pound mono on top. And then if I'm just rock fishing, like not in the bay, but rock fishing Farallon Islands, then I'll go to 30 or 40-pound mono on top of my 50-pound Spectra. Nate's tomorrow or Thursday, good for fishing. Haven't really checked, like when you say good for fishing. The water's still cold. It's not really warm. So, if you got the days off, you want to go fishing, go fishing. But, don't just go fishing because the fish counts are really good. Don't look for that. All right, John, let me get you a ticket here. John. Thank you. Thank you, Stephen, for the congratulations. Ed, hey guys, your chicken grandson on the gentleman. Really slow for you guys. Yeah, I mean, the weather's just been really brutal. The water's been cold. It's May. It should start to be warmer by now. Here's our show dog waiting to get fed. You see me turn on the lights in here and she gets all excited. Let's get Ada to get the grandkid out. Matthew, how rough was it on the gale force? On the backside, it was ugly. It was, 5-6 feet and windy. And once one person started throwing up, a bunch of others did. So it wasn't all that good. Fishing was slow. I think I got 2 red snapper and 2 sculpin, and I think that was it. But it was nice to be on the water. It was nice to meet a lot of you guys, and we had 4 or 5 guys from out of state, 2 from New Orleans, 1 from Florida, 2 from Arizona. So that was nice to meet those guys. And I can't believe those guys flew all the way in from Florida and New Orleans to come meet me and fish with me. Thank you, Lloyd, for that. Casted reel, thank you. Let me see. I see a couple more tickets I need to get. Here's Tyler. Hey, Tyler, how are you doing? Okay, Jamie, thank you. And it's a Natalie. Thank you. Manzinas. Thank you. Jason says, "Hey Dan, have you heard anything about Fred Hall show? There is no Fred Hall show this year. I can tell you that there won't be a Fred Hall show." Casa for Rio, what spot is good for the Eastern Sierras? Kevin's on here. Um, Kevin Kozai. I don't know if he's gone up to Sierras yet. I think he went up opening weekend. Maybe he can tell us how it was up there. I haven't been up there in a while. Okay, let me catch up. Kevin, thank you for the congratulations. Eric Rodriguez, thank you very much. Eric, I don't know that reel. A Penn Force 8000. Is that a big spinning reel? I guess you use it on party boats. Robert Figueroa, thank you. Yeah, Kevin, but they're asking where to go. I don't know if you went up there opener or if you heard reports from the guys how they did. Henry, thank you. Let's see what else. James says went out to Grande Friday fishing some kelp patties, hooked some yellowtail. That's good. Yeah, there's plenty of fish down in Mexican waters and down by the border. Problem is up here, there just aren't the fish up here. There's a few fish at Clemente, but there isn't a lot of fish up here yet. We need that current to change and the warmer water to come up. And it's, check the wind report, guys. It's supposed to get a little breezy. Yeah, see what Jeff says here about the weather. Like, I have a trip going Friday to Catalina. And I'm hoping we leave early enough that we can get over there before the weather kicks up. But it looks like it won't be too bad. So Kevin says Bridgeport was like some of the better fishing, and some of the lakes had low water. Okay. Henry, I got you. James, you're next. Skidmore. Thank you, James. Yeah, if you guys haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and please like us. We got 90 of you in here and there's only 30 likes. Al, thank you very much. There's April at the door waiting. There's her foot. There's her face. Come on, April. Come on in. She doesn't want to come in unless she sees food on the ground. See, the conversation's all about seasickness. So Kevin put a little report there. It says Bridgeport Lakes, Crawley was good. Bridgeport Reservoir, the water is very low. Keep an eye for the weather. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw what Jeff wrote there. It sounds like he was down in Mexican waters because he says once they got into U.S. waters, it was like zero life. That's not good. Tango says he saw the video I did at Rosarito. That's a lot of fun. I was supposed to host a event there last year, but thanks to COVID, that got closed down. So Jeff says somebody got an 18-pound brown at Lower Twin. That's awesome. That's a big fish. Lloyd says Lake Mead is way down. James, chum line. I think he's looking at Tango's graphics. All the hot dogs. Hi, Derek, you got yours? Okay, that's good. I'm glad you got it. What was that? Rosie Zach, Sport Fishing. Do you have a collab with Boat Burgers? No, they've never asked me to do anything with them. I mean, I tag them in some of the, when I post a picture of a hamburger, Boat Burger, I'll tag them in there, but we haven't done anything officially together. Is it Fanatic? Thank you very much. You got 2 tickets. You're pretty good about always buying a couple tickets. I appreciate it. You guys enjoy watching April come in? All right, let's get April back in here. Start the chum line. Start throwing it up swell. Get those chunks of bait in the water. And I don't know if you guys know, if you have a chum bucket and you're in a small boat, that chum bucket works good because it will get the bait fish close to your boat, and that will attract the calicos and yellowtail. So here comes April. I can hear her. She hears the pounding of the hot dogs. And it's just like that. That's how it works. It doesn't have to be live bait. It can just be chunks of bait. Just let it drift in the current. And the fish will come, like April does. No, what was that? DJ? There's big browns in there. There's 20-pound browns in there. One of my friends, John, had caught a 20-pound, 21-pounder or something like that years ago, and he got a couple over 10. And that's the lake they get it. They get it at Lower Twin. But, and guys hook bigger ones. They just don't land them. So no, that's not going to be a stalker fish. That's going to be a fish that's been there a long time. Matthew Bird, thank you very much. And Tracy, thank you. Or I should say Tracy's. Sunshine. And we still have a few spots available for the tradition. Any of you are looking to join me this month? Gordos, thank you. Hey Tamara, how you doing? So Matthew, you have to be careful using game fish because I don't think it's legal to use any game fish for bait or for chumming. So you have to use like sardines and anchovies, mackerel, that kind of stuff. But if I don't think you can get away using tuna or yellowtail, I think you'll get a big ticket for that. You might want to check, read the regulations. Hey Oz, how you doing? I know a lot of the sport boats used to cut up little rockfish and use them for strip bait on rock fishing trips for lingcod. But I know people do have got tickets for that. I've never tried using a chum bucket from shore, but I do use a chum bucket every time I'm on my boat. Tamara, thank you. Tamara, you got to come on one of my trips sometime so we can fish together. So, can you guys tell the difference in this mic than the other mics? Does it sound clearer? I mean, I hear when I'm recording, I use this mic a lot, and it works out really good. But I don't know how it is over on YouTube. If it sounds good. Lloyd, try not to keep Amazon so busy. Try to go to your local tackle store and try to spend some money with those guys and help them out. Let's see. What does Matthew say? Okay. Now, the best burgers on earth come from party boats, that's for sure. Just being out there and all that. So Warren's asking about those big tire carts for the ocean for using on the beach. I personally haven't used them. I've seen quite a few of them. But I think that would work out good. But I don't know which brand I would guide you to. I've never used one. Robert, do calicos swim around in schools from location to location? Yeah, I mean, they will stay in areas for a while, but they do migrate, along different kelp beds and stuff. You're not going to see calico bass out in the open water, because just too many things can eat them. Sharks can eat them, seals can eat them. They're normally going to hang out in the structure and the rocks and stuff. Okay, so SoCal says way better mic. Okay, cool. All right, I'll use this mic from now on then. I'm glad you guys like it. I mean, I use it all the time, like I said, when I'm recording, but I haven't used it for this. I brought it from the office today. Okay, good. James wants to know if a Daiwa 400 like Alexa with a medium to heavy. You really don't need a heavy rod because you're going to match that up for like 25-pound test line. So, something like that will work out fine. Okay, so Fred says he doesn't hear the echo. Yeah, no, this is an expensive mic. This is what I use for my VOs and stuff like that for the TV show. So I thought I would do that. I would try it here today. Fred says, okay, that's good. He doesn't hear the echo. Tamara agrees with boat burgers. Yeah, they do taste delicious. Robert says his local tackle store went out of business. That's why you guys need to support your local tackle store, because there's going to be a day when you're going to need that hook, you're going to need that line, and you're going to have to order it online because there's no more store around. You can't find it. Chuck can't find bucktails. I don't know what city you're in, but locally you can get them at the Longfin. You can get them at Island Tackle. You can get them at Baja Tackle. Johnny Sport Shop has them. Sal has them at his store. Bob Sands. Eric has them up in Oxnard, Ventura area. So I think they still have some down in San Diego. I'm not sure. You can also get them on my website. We have them there. So I can get you guys in that. Kevin's looking for a mechanic. Jack, how you doing? Jack was on the trip with us. I guess in the Gale Force. And I'll be back on that boat with a bunch of you guys for the 20th. And then a friend of mine does a guide service out of Loretto. Let me see if I can get her. She sent me. Here it is. Where is her? There it is. So Renee has Baja Peninsula Tours. She has both kayaks and I think pangas. I don't know exactly what boat she has, but this is her operation. If any of you are looking to go to Loretto. And she says that the yellowtail fishing has just started to pick up and the cabrillo fishing is starting to pick up down there. So that's good. So if any of you are looking for Loretto to go fishing, she would be a good contact for you. Yeah, so Lloyd says in Vegas, the only tackle store they got really is Bass Pro. I would think there'd be some little ones around. I cooked April up 2 eggs this morning. She seemed to like them. Yeah, Fred's saying you guys should just buy them off my website. Let me put a post here for you guys so you can find them. If you're looking for any of our trips, that filming trips, here's a link you can use. That will take you to all the trips that I have up on the website right now. Hopefully we'll be adding a couple more. Yeah, Tango, I couldn't get Long Beach Fishing Supplies to carry the bucktails. So if you guys are at your local tackle store, even Save-On doesn't carry them anymore. So if you guys go to your local tackle store, you can ask them to carry them, and that'd be awesome. So the big stores that support me, like the Longfin, Eric's up in Ventura, Oxnard, those guys, they've been really good about Johnny Sport Shop, Bob Sands. They've all been really good about keeping them in stock all the time. And this link will show you both styles of the bucktails, the HDs and the regular one, and the magic metal jigs and our mystery tackle bags and all that you can see there. Yeah, I agree with DJ. The information you guys are going to get from a local tackle shop is way more valuable than the couple of dollars you're going to save from Amazon. You know, Mr. Amazon doesn't go fishing here in Southern California, has no idea what gear you need and all that. So, well, the Dodgers are ahead now. When I was last watching it, they were losing 1-0. Jeff, who makes your bucktails? I have them made for me. I have a factory that makes them for me. None of the big lure companies does it. Okay, Dry Kings Restoration. Can you explain typically where the bluefin usually sit when they're in a temperature break? Well, they don't really sit. They travel, but they don't go, they go where the bait is. So I don't know. Maybe Jeff can answer that question a little bit more for you. But, they'll normally stay along the hard break. You see a hard break would be like 1 or 2 degrees, even a half degree. And that's like a wall to a lot of the bait fish. And that's going to keep the fish right along the break wall, along the wall. And if you're not sure how to visually see that, when you're out on your boat or even on a sport boat, and you'll see lines of debris, maybe a whole bunch of kelp or trash just lined up in a line, just looks like it's going on forever. Those are current breaks. So the current's going in different directions, and that stops all that stuff, and it lines up right there. That's a great spot when you're down in Baja, down in Cabo, and you're looking for Dorado, even tuna. Lots of times a little kelp line will form there. And it's not like floating kelp patties like we have down here. It's just little pieces of that. And you can find bait fish under it. And that's where the Dorado and stuff will be. And the tuna will do that too. They'll be right along those lines because the bait fish will be hiding underneath that little kelp and stuff. Lloyd, everybody wants to get white sea bass. I haven't landed one in 2 years, year and a half. I think a year and a half. We got a couple last year at Catalina on my charter boat, but I didn't get one. My customers did. So Kevin says there's also Sportsman's Warehouse there in Vegas, but Sportsman's Warehouse and Bass Pro Shops are the same owners. In case you guys didn't know it. Is the Baja Peninsula? Is that Baja Peninsula Tours? Yeah, that was the address I put there. That's Renee's company, and she's normally at the Fred Hall shows. That's a link to her company. If you want information about Loretto, you can go to her website, give her a call, and she can help you with Loretto. She knows everybody there. She's been there for years now. So I should do a trip with her sometime. I've been to some of the other resorts over there, and I've seen her there, but I haven't been out fishing with her. Let's see. So DJ, Dan, for small and medium tuna in lieu of 20, 30, 40, 50 pound sieves, can I just go with the 30 and 50 pound? Yeah, you could do that, but instead of taking a 20, 30, 40, what you can do is take one reel. Like for the small tunas, you could use something like this, a little Lexa, and put 50-pound Spectra and 100 yards, or at least 75 yards, a 25-pound mono on it. And then from the 25-pound mono, if you need to drop down to 15 or 20 or up to 30-pound Fluorocarbon, you can do that, but that would just be for the small school size fish under 30 pounds. Yes, you can catch a 50 and 100-pound fish on this, but nobody wants to sit there waiting and waiting for hours for you to bring it in on this. And then if you wanted something, bigger like this, at the low 2-speed, this would be fine for that fish from there up to 100 pounds, and this would handle it all day long. But if you're gonna go fish for that 300-pound tuna, this is too small. Okay, even though it's got a 2-speed, but you'll need something bigger. So yeah, you could do it with 2 rods, but don't plan on fishing for the big fish. David, how's the fishing in Channel Islands? We just found out today that the Coral Sea had a bunch of white sea bass today, but we don't know if they were at the island or if they were fishing along the beach. I was hoping Tyler would be on here. His family owns that landing, and he works on those boats, so I was hoping we'd hear from him today, but I haven't seen him on here yet. Daniel, you were right, Dan, about local knowledge. Yeah, the local stores are where you get that knowledge, and that's where you need to get it. Okay, I see some more people bought tickets. All right, let's get James. Got another ticket. Thank you. Is the Dodger game over yet? Because I know they're only playing 7 innings today. Because it's a doubleheader. DJ, thank you very much. Get some more tickets out here. Jayhawk. And I might be doing an open party trip on Saturday. I had a couple of guys call. They're asking about me opening up a trip for Saturday. So if some of you think you might be interested, send me an email, let me know, and then I'll post it. I'll make an item on my store and do that. So you guys see what Jeff says here about fishing tackle? That he they're playing 9 innings? I thought they were only playing 7. Okay, so Jeff says he buys almost nothing fishing wise online. That only when a store can't get an item. But that's good advice. You guys really need to support your local tackle stores. We need to keep, the small tackle shops like Johnny's Sports Shop, little guys like that around. Those guys have been around forever, and we need to support them. The Longfin's a monster. They're a huge store, but they're only one location, But they do a good job. They have good pricing, and they have lots of inventory. Tom buys lots of inventory, so that's why people go there, because that's the only place you can get the stuff. So that's good. Okay, let me see. I got James, I got DJ, I got Jayhawk. Tracy got another ticket. Yeah, Tamara's saying they did get a lot of white sea bass today on the Coral Sea, but I don't know where they caught them. I don't know if they got them on the beach or if they got them at the islands. Thank you, Tracy's, for another one. Yeah, so Jeff says that the tuna, the bluefin aren't that picky about the water temperature, the clarity, that they're there to follow the bait. That's good. Good to know. All right, let me see what other stuff is on here I should read. Light says he feels safer driving in LA than he does in Vegas. Angel, quick question. Was wondering what would be the best reel and rod for land based shark fishing? I don't do enough shark fishing. Tyler's here. Okay, so Tyler already answered you there. He said a Penn Fierce, is it? 3, 65-pound Spectra. Yeah, the other thing you're going to need, though, is some wire. If you hook, a shark with teeth on it. If you catch a sand shark or a bat ray, you don't need wire. But if you hook it, a thresher or something, you're going to need some wire to have on there. Yeah, Zachary. The tuna like the kite. They like that bait jumping out of the water. It looks like a flying fish trying to get away. So that's what happens. Yeah, DJ, I think white sea bass is like one of the best eating fish you can get here in Southern California. It's one of my favorite fish to eat. Daniel, I know it's too soon to ask about August trip. Legend, do you believe we will need rigs? Yeah, I think you'll need rigs for everything. I think you'll need rigs for 30-pound tuna. You're going to need rigs for 50, 60-pound tuna. You should have a rig for 100-pound tuna. And then if you want to fish at night, because it's a day-and-a-half trip, you want to fish at night before light comes up, deep water for those 200-300-pounders, flat falls and stuff like that. You're going to need a different rig for that too. So a lot of the guys just don't fish in the dark, so they don't bring the heavy gear. They just sleep in, and then they fish when the sun comes up, for the smaller fish. But if you want a shot at the big fish, you got to bring the gear for it. Let's see what else is on here. Yeah, we have 120 of you guys on here and 80 likes. So if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. And if you could subscribe to my Instagram, I'm TV Dan on Instagram. Please subscribe there. I only need like 5 more to get to 5,000. So if you guys can help me with that, I would appreciate it. Those of you that are on Instagram, please, please, please do that. So, what does Derek say? Pursuit hasn't been getting in on. Okay, so he's talking about the Pursuit. What's Jeff asking? Dan, white sea bass or Alaskan halibut? That's tough. If I could only have one, I'd have white sea bass. But for like an everyday fish, if I had to have fish for a week, I'd probably eat halibut. But I had a white sea bass at a restaurant, sushi bar, a friend of mine used to have. and he baked it, and then he put it in what's that thing called? Like a salamander, I think it's called, where it has a high heat flame on top, and slid in there for a couple minutes and made the top a little crispy. That thing was delicious. They're tied 3-3 in the eighth. That's not good. Yeah, but Jeff, I don't think you can go bad between. I would much either eat white sea bass and halibut before eating salmon. I would probably even go white sea bass, halibut, and lean cod before if I was in Alaska. Well, they don't have white sea bass there, but if they did have white sea bass in Alaska, I would go white sea bass, halibut, and lean cod before eating salmon. I'm just not a big salmon fan. So Ken says, "Hey Dan, I'm upgrading electronics. Do you use? Okay. I don't have a Lowrance. I used to have Ray Marine, and I switched over to Simrad, and I like the Simrad a lot. The whole thing with that too is the card. You have to have a good Navionics card to slide in there because that's what gives you the quality picture. But I like my Simrad. Simrad is also they also make the Lowrance. So if it's looking for a smaller boat, you can get that there. The other thing I'm going to have for sale soon, in case any of you are interested, Mi Sueño shirts. We have Mi Sueño have a new logo for Dan Hernandez Fishing Adventures, which will go on the front of the shirt, and then a drawing of the boat would be on the back of the boat, back of the shirt. So we're going to do that. Alex, thank you very much. Ortega. Let me see. Yeah, Jeff. So Jeff, the Saltzman says Alaskan halibut or wahoo. That would be good. Wahoo would be a good choice too. And I don't know if you guys ever had black marlin or blue marlin. Like we don't go out to catch them to kill them to eat, but lots of times they come up dead. They just fight so hard till their heart blows up. If you guys ever get a chance to eat a black or blue marlin, take it because it is delicious. It's like having wahoo. I'm gonna have to do a special fundraiser for April's hot dogs. She likes them too much because of you guys. She goes through them. Matthew, you should do a giveaway for people who are subscribed, comments on your videos. Yeah, we are going to do that. I'm going to do a trip this year and give away spots on a private charter with me for people that just do that are subscribers on my YouTube channel. The only problem is, with my luck, I'll pick guys from the Middle East and Europe and other places where they couldn't fly in and stuff. So, because it does, I don't. If I just pick names on there, I don't know where they are from around the country. Okay, guys, what else? Let's keep it nice and friendly, guys. Oh, Tamara. Yeah, that happens with blue marlin sometimes. They fight until they can't take it anymore. Adrian Sanchez, thank you. And James is doing another ticket for April's hot dogs. That's good. That'll buy me a couple of packages of hot dogs for. Thank you, James. Okay, guys, I only need 3 more on Instagram. 3 more, please. So please go over to Instagram and follow me. And here's the stuff for my baits. Bucktails and magic metal jigs. And we do need a couple more people for my trip on the Tradition. So, and we just opened up like 8 more spots on the Sea Star for June. We got permission to add more people. So if anyone's interested in going out of Oceanside, we have room for about 8 more people. But the Tradition has 10 spots left, and that's on the 23rd. So if any of you want to go on that, we'll do that. Hot dog talk. That's good. So Daniel has me on Instagram. That's good. Tim, what did you end up catching on Gale Force? It was just slow fishing. The weather was really terrible. It was hard to keep the boat in position. And we ended up getting, I ended up with 2 sculpin, 2 red snapper, I think 1 short calico, and that was about it. But it was pretty slow. All right. Yeah, boy, Lloyd wants some hot dogs in his freezer. Yeah, Lloyd, I just put a truce to it. So, Fred, I just like to cook them with a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of butter, and put some onions and bell peppers with them, and that's it. Puts a little bit of wasabi sauce on top if you want, and it comes out really, really good. All right, guys, I'm going to go see. Daniel say Monica wants to know about the sides with tuna. When I eat tuna, I pretty much just go ahead and sear it. You know, it's either raw or I sear it. I know that lots of people like to throw it in the oven and bake the whole thing and all that, but I really don't do that. I hit 5,000. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. So, like I said, we have spots available on the Tradition for the 23rd. Matthew, what are they? Sea Star be targeting? Joe always fishes the kelp beds. So we fish the kelp beds between Oceanside and San Diego, basically. So it's calico bass, sand bass, white sea bass. If there's yellowtail in there, we get yellowtail. But that's normally right along the coast there. Now, the Matthew, that trip on the Sea Star does not head to Catalina. It stays right there in Oceanside. And, well, I shouldn't say Oceanside. We normally fish between Oceanside and San Diego because the boats down south don't go up that way. They don't go up that far. So that whole coast area is wide open for the boats in Oceanside. So they can go down that way and not have to worry about lots of traffic. Yeah, Daniel, I like to have it raw too. I like to eat it sashimi. Works out good. But Matthew, that trip's a lot of fun. The Sea Star is a nice little boat. We're not gonna have a lot of people on it. I think maximum is 15 people. Normally we would take like 22, 24 people, but Joe's not going to let us go more than 15. Last year he only let us take 8 people. So this year he's letting us take 15. So if you guys are looking for a trip like that out of Oceanside, because I don't have really any 3/4 day trips out of San Diego. So if you're in that San Diego area, Temecula area, this would be a good trip to come out with us. There's a link to it for the Sea Star. Like I said, if any of you are really interested in doing a private charter, let me know. Yeah, there's 8 spots available for that trip. That's all. There's 8 spots available. All right. Yeah, Terry, that'd be a lot closer for you than driving all the way up to Long Beach or somewhere like that. All right, guys, I'm going to. Oh, who's it? We got one more ticket there, Gonzo. Gordo. All right. Yeah, Joe does a good job. And Captain Joe's a great guy. He's a veteran. He runs a great boat. He took over the landing with some partners, and they're doing a really good trip. So, Matthew, bring the family. I haven't fished with your dad forever. Your mom says she wants to go fishing, so bring them both. That would be great. That's a nice boat too. Nice bathroom, easy to walk around, and a great crew. All right, thanks, James. And again, if any of you are looking for information about Loretto, please contact Renee at the info that I put there. She should be glad to help you out. And she probably knows other parts of Baja too, but she lives in Loretto. Her business is in Loretto. She helps lots of people out with that too. Yeah, your mom posted, she posted on a Little League picture I posted the other day on Facebook, and she was saying that maybe she'd come fishing. Yeah, Tim, I've been to Halgren's lots of times, and now Halgren boats are on the other side of the marina, and now the Oceanside Sea Center is where Halgren's used to be, and Joe from the Sea Star and his partners are running that. Michael, there are some yellowtail at Catalina, but it's nothing like what's happening in San Diego. It's still there. Kenny says the videos I posted got him into fishing. Cool. Thanks. Like I said in that video, you guys, this week marks my 35th year on TV. So I'm really appreciative for all of you for watching me and supporting me all these years. And, I've gone to the next level from just hosting fishing trips, hosting the trips and filming them to actually doing private charters now. So I've been doing private charters for about 15 years, 12 years. So a little while now. But the last couple of years, I've been taking a lot more serious, doing a lot more trips. Before I just did a couple of trips to pay the bills, but now I'm doing a lot more trips, so it's a lot of fun. So thank you guys. Thanks to all the new people here. I really appreciate it. All right, let's do the drawing. So everybody's names are in here. Who's going to be the winner today? Oh, snap. Thank you very much. Okay, and today's winner is Al Wash. Al's been around since the beginning. Congratulations, Al. You guys, please hit the like buttons. No, I've never thought about putting a glass bottom on my boats. Okay, Al is the winner. And again, if any of you are interested in doing an open party trip, half-day trip this Saturday, please email me at this address. And I'll put something on my website. So thanks, guys. I appreciate it. And now don't forget to email me your address. Put your, I guess that's your full name, but make sure I have your full name and your shipping address. Lots of times when I ask you guys to send me that, you just send me your name and your email address, but I need your shipping address so we can mail it to you. Good night, Tamara. Good night, Al, Jeff, Henry, Lloyd, Tamara, Matthew. Say hi to your parents for me. And all the regulars, Matthew, everybody else. Thank you guys very much. I really appreciate it. Hey, Cruz, Tim, James, thanks for buying so many tickets today. Michael and everybody. Tango, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. So have a good night. See you on Thursday. I'll be here Thursday, and then Friday I'll be at Catalina doing a private charter. So I'll see you guys then. Take care. Thanks, Jeff. Talk to you later. Thanks, Kevin, for your help too. And if there's any women on here, have a great Mother's Day, but we'll be back here. I'll be back here on Thursday, so we can talk about that too. All right. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later. Bye, everybody. Good night.